Okay, looks like I got volume. Everything's good. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are at today. Today I got the heat press warmed up, ready to go. This is kind of a part two to the Cricut stencils or the vinyl HTV that I did the other video. I've already got them cut, and then I've got them cut down to ready to do the shirts. So, which I already weeded. Actually, let's see if I can do that one. Being that's already weeded. I should have weeded those, but usually I weed it and then put it right on the shirt because I don't have any way to keep it from getting not stuck. I wasn't sure about this. I was a little nervous doing that. Let's see. Let me hope everybody's day is going well. If you're here watching this video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let me get rid of my big head. We'll go to this one. Let me do get rid of that one so it's not so much distraction going on. All right. I don't know how it's going to look when I turn the light on. It might go a little wonky, but maybe not. It doesn't look too bad on the TV, but definitely a lot easier cutting this without the, damn, my blade though. Not having the other vinyl on there. You can see, okay. Blade might be getting a little dull too. Goodness Pete. Goodness Pete. All right, there's one. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Lay one there. Yeah, it's definitely a lot nicer to cut when it's not just a sheet of white. But you have other issues when it's not. Don't do that. Okay. Okay. All right. You can see I got them all cut. And then when we lay this on the shirt, like so, it'll be where it needs to be. All right. Let me put this one on and turn that one off. And I got the green lights going. It's not super bright. I hope it looks better than what it does on TV, but we're gonna go with it. Let's shut this off. Actually, that's bright. I think it'll be okay. So what we do next, get said here shirt, pull the little brand sticker off. Give it a little shakeage. Alright, so I gotta have something on the collar. So I need to go at least hand width, about 5 inches. My hand's probably about 5 inches wide. Might be telling a fish story, but I used to have pretty big mitts, but since my said here dance, my hand is 4.5, almost 4 3/4. So okay, so which is about right. The only thing I don't like about this stuff is you can't, it's got the sticky, so it sticks onto the shirt, but of course they have things that you can lay out on the shirt for like measurements and all that good stuff, but we don't have time for that, and or patience. That looks pretty good, pretty middle. Let's just give it a look. We'll give it a little lookage. Let's just say basically 7. Whew, I moved it. 6.5 to the F. Wow, it's almost dead on. Probably slide it a smidgen. Again, it's a shirt that's going to be worn one time. That's perfect. Close enough for government work. But I think I need a little more room. Which that's probably about 4 inches if I don't use my thumb. Maybe 3.5. I don't know. Yeah, 4 inches. Which is about where you want it. Roughly 4 inches from the collar, bottom of the collar. But it all depends on the design and all that. But I've got to put like the elf, like they have a little thing around the collar, some kind of like a scallop shell or half of a starburst or something like that. I think that looks good. What size is this? I believe this is a small, right? I believe it is. I don't have my goggles on, so. Mm-hmm. So what you do is usually for about 2 or 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, you kind of just pre-press the shirt. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. And for the most part, I just eyeball it anyway. But um, yeah, that's where we were. Yeah, close enough. That could be I could slide a smidgen. But forgot what I was saying. Let me just double check the time on this. No, it's 3:05. I think it said light medium pressure. 3:05, 10 to 15. Yeah, I think I did 13 seconds, so it's about right. 3:05. I think I'll have enough room for that. Yeah. Let's give it a whirl. Which it's cold peel, so. So what cold peel means is you let it cool off, give it a little shake, let that cool off a second or two, and I forgot to use the Teflon sheet. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if that would work good on the. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. A little bit come off on that. Let me get here said Teflon sheet. And then I usually just give it another little pressure for a couple seconds, and then just to make sure it's good. And yeah, not bad. A little bit pulled up there, but it'll be okay. Whoops. Simple, easy. And then I should have enough. Whoops, sorry, I'm out of the screen. And then it's got to have like a scallop. You know, it goes from like here to here. Kind of like a whoop, 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 whoop. Or maybe there's different ones. Some have kind of a triangle and they have bells, and there's a couple different types, but I got to come up with something. But I wanted to get the shirt part done of it, you know, the lettering done, and then I can work on a. So I think I'm gonna have to make a template or something. Damn, that don't feel too bad either. For cheapo vinyl, for HTV, that don't feel, gosh, too bad. For crack cut, well, maybe come up in the world a little bit. What I don't like about this stuff is that, you know, if it's a, well, I don't, it's like you get that feel of like, especially if it's like a full on, it feels like something like a patch, you know. I don't want to be able to feel it. I don't want to feel it on my, I want it to be into the shirt. But again, this is not how I do my shirts normally. Um, I'm gonna stick this back on here just so we know what size they are. Um, see, if I had all these these things weeded, I could bang out these 10 shirts and really in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes. But I have nowhere to stick the. Let's see, where am I at here? Somewhere in that neighborhood there. I'll pull it down just to make sure. Which this is old school. Um, I got this heat press years ago. Oh, wrong one. See, about to screw up already. Trying to talk, and y'all know I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I lost a few brain cells a couple years ago. That tends to happen. That looks pretty good. What y'all think? Can you see it? Yeah. They make them, you know, where they, when you pop up, it swings out. Those are nice. I'd like to have one of those, but this works just fine, and I can't justify spending the money on it when this works just fine. Does what I need to do. And it's been kicking for, how long have I had this thing shoot? I don't know. I paid about $300, 350 maybe, 354, and I've had it, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years. Made, it's well paid for itself. One order pays for itself basically. So I'm pretty much putting that. Okay, yeah, right there. The E tool right about the O. I mean the Q, the opening of the Q. Okay, pretty good for being a blind guy. I just feel like that's a little high though. I don't want to come down a smidgen, and I definitely don't want these touching. Because I think that's what happened to the last one. Mm-hmm. Right about there. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. We'll let that cool off a little bit. I'm actually kind of impressed for, you know, cheap. Well, it's cheap, but it's a good company. It's HTV Ront. HTVRONT Ront. And they sell equipment and everything. It's a pretty good company, but it's, you know, artsy crafty stuff. When I get my, what time is it? Okay. Let that cool off a minute more. I don't know if I have one. I'll dig one out of the box here in a minute. That should be good. And when you peel them off, you want to peel it. Ooh, that is still a little warm actually. Let that sit out here for a second. There we go. I got a bunch left. I might do this. You know, actually, I did a video doing some of my work shirts. Well, not my work shirts, but the Raffin custom shirts. I tried a new new formula, whatever you want to call it, from a company I get my stuff from, and I really was not happy with it. I really wasn't happy with it, and this actually does better than that. Obviously, this stuff is a better quality. You know, how long will this stuff last? I don't know. It says no bleach, you know, stuff like that, but which obviously a green shirt you wouldn't use bleach anyways, but it says not to dry and wash it inside out, blah blah blah, which I never do all that. So I'm curious to how many washes this would withstand. I might do a couple shirts just to see before it starts to fade and crack. But that don't look too bad, guys. That does not look too shabby. I am okay with that. I am okay with it. The other stuff I use is obviously a better quality. It's plastisol inks that kind of imbedes into the shirt, you know, into the fabric versus patchy like this, but which this is basically what they don't screen print no more. I might do a little reel. I don't have any video of me, but I do have a bunch of pictures of my old school where I had my four-head machine turntable where I could do four colors, you know, and you have to emulge the screens and all that stuff and burn the image into the screen and set old school days. Had to set it up and get everything square so it didn't overlap or leave shadows. Now everything's digital. Now I just do the artwork on the computer, send it to my company, and within a week or so, 4 or 5 days, I have. Before COVID, I used to have 48-hour turnaround time. If I got my order in before 2 o'clock the afternoon, 48 hours later, I'd have them sitting at my door on the truck, from the truck, which was amazing. Now it takes 4 or 5 days, a week. You don't get that 48-hour service no more since COVID. But all right, well, that was 2 shirts down. So basically, which you already seen how it's weeded. I got to use the little boy's room, but I think, I mean, it's pretty much rinse and repeat from this. Just got to weed out the rest. But this was just a little short video showing the second part, I guess, of the other video. Guys have any questions or whatever, leave a comment below, a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Even if you don't leave a comment, if you could just leave a little emoji or something in the comments, it helps with the algorithm. Maybe help get my video shared and maybe get some more subscribers. I definitely need some subscribers. But if you're watching this, I appreciate it kindly, and appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my shenanigans. And I hope everybody has a great day, a better tomorrow. Be kind to each other, and let's grow this community. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.